Hey hotshots, Jess here with Emotional Fire Academy, here to talk about how to feel good physically every day as a highly sensitive person. Subscribe to my channel if you are an HSP ready to evolve this year. Feel good every day. Transcend the bullshit of being a highly sensitive person. That's what we talk about. Get rid of those old traits. Let the new ones shine. Welcome, I'm Jess, former firefighter, master NLP practitioner. This is a really interesting subject. Before I dive in, I do want to let you know I am releasing a free 3-part training series about how to transcend your negative HSP traits. And in that series, one of the first things I teach you is my #1 tool to emotionally regulate. You can grab that below. You unlock it with your email because I just don't want it out, in YouTube land, just floating around. But it is free, and this tool is what I use myself. It's what I teach my clients. So go grab it. Really, if you apply it, you're gonna see a difference. I guarantee you. This is because it's based on the good old emotional fire triangle. New little theme song. So let's talk about how to feel good physically. The key word here today is self-discipline. Self-discipline. So many of the things that we do every day, unless we're paying conscious attention to them, they run on autopilot. So much of our personality runs on autopilot. So much of our relationship with our body runs on autopilot until there's a problem, and then we start to try and fix it. So we want to start feeling good every day. And if you already feel really good physically as a highly sensitive person, most likely you have great beliefs, which is down on the foundation, the conditioning, beliefs about your body and how your body acts, how it responds, your relationship with your body. You have good beliefs about that. And if you are a highly sensitive person who has a lot of body symptoms, body complaints, it just feels like you're at war with your body, you don't like your body doesn't like you. If you have any of those issues, this might shed some light on it for you. And when we develop that self-discipline, we start learning to feel the way that we want to feel instead of leaving it up to our autopilot. We start learning how to feel the way we want to feel instead of leaving it up to autopilot. Because what happens is when you don't feel good a lot of the time physically, what happens is there's a power imbalance. So the power is all over here on your physiology side, and your physiology is then taking power over your language. It feels and looks and translates in the spoken word as a very it's almost like you're describing what's happening. So it's happening and you're describing it, right? I don't feel well. I have a headache. I have cramps. My body's causing me pain. I have constant pain. So you're describing, your physiology has taken all the attention, and your language now is serving your body. Your language is describing what's happening in your body. You're complaining about what's happening in your body. You are, just speaking about it. You're giving a lot of your language power to your body because it's unpleasant, because you want to get out of it, and it's usurping all of your energy and your attention. So what do we start to do when we want to take back control and learn how to be our hero selves? Because we don't want to feel victimized. A lot of people who then use their language to describe is in a very victimized way. I don't like how this is. I'm feeling powerless. My body hurts and I can't do anything about it. We want to start taking the power away. Because really, our body is part of the matrix. We live in a simulation. We live in a simulation that responds to our consciousness, our point of consciousness. And we can develop a level of belief in ourselves where you can start to influence, you can turn the power around when you have the right belief systems. You believe you can do this, and you can do this. I've done this. stumbled into this. I had good beliefs about my body, and now I can literally within minutes change my body state. Athletes can do this, right? When they got to dig deep and pull it out, pull that energy out, pull that performance out, they do it. They do it. They just do it. They're like, and they use it with their language. When we want to reverse the flow and actually take control, whereas before we were describing, okay, my body hurts, this is, we're going to start to gently guide our body with our language. We're going to influence our physiology with our language. We're going to take the power back over here. The power is going to come from here, and it's going to go over there instead. Because our body will respond to our beliefs, what we believe. Our body is part of the matrix. It works like everything else. The body doesn't really have power over you. You have power over the body. Now, there's a balance to this. When you're first starting, this isn't something that you want to be like, okay, my bone is broken and sticking out of my leg. I'm going to talk myself into believing it's not. That's not where we start. We start small, right? And we start with, although, people have survived situations, that poor guy that had to cut his own arm off when he got stuck and when he was, going rock climbing, and they made a movie about him. He had to cut his own arm off, that he is taking charge of his physiology. He had to talk himself into doing that so he could survive. So when we start guiding, we start leading our body and gently, believing that our body wants to thrive. Our body wants to feel good. Our natural resting state is homeostasis. The cells in your body want to thrive. Your bones want to thrive. Your blood wants to thrive. All of this wants to be in a state of balance. So guiding with language is helping to bring that balance back. When there's an illusion of, my body is hurting and I need to succumb to this, and let's start to try to guide from the other direction. So how do we actually do this? A few minutes ago, before I started this video, I was having really, really bad cramps. And what I did is I had the belief, I've already instilled the beliefs. I have talked about belief change. Go ahead and check out the video on self-isolation. I'll link it above. But we change beliefs through repetition. So, I am okay. I know that I'm okay in any moment. I know that I believe that I am okay, that I'm safe, that I can always reach a point of safety and stability within myself, that I make myself. It comes from within me. My sense of safety and stability that emanates out into my body comes from my conscious awareness. Now you can tap into this if you've been an athlete before. You can tap into this, this is something you've probably already done in life, and you just need to use it for the times when you have a headache or your nose is stuffy, and you start to gently guide with your language, your physiology. You're going to say, I feel good. I feel really good right now. Everything is fine. My body is in a state of balance. And instead of questioning and wavering, if we wobble, we're going to say it, but we don't really feel it. We don't believe it. We don't believe it. You're going to say it, but it's not going to feel true because this part is off. If you feel that, these two are in conflict. You don't have the beliefs to pull it off. So you work on the beliefs first. I'm always safe. I'm always in homeostasis. I can always find my way back to homeostasis when I choose. And then in the moment, when we're feeling the pain, our body's sending us a signal, we're like, okay, that's cool. We just kind of accept it. And we're like, you can do breathing exercises. You can, take control of your breathing. Your breathing most of the time is involuntary. You're doing it subconsciously, but take conscious control, do some intentional breathing, feel into where the pain is, and tell yourself, this is going to pass. This is going to pass quickly. I'm right here with it. This is temporary. This is very temporary. And that's what I did with my cramps before this video. I literally just did that for a minute. I'm just like, I'm right here with you, body. I see you. I see you. I feel you. What happens is when we start to react to the data our body is sending us, then it becomes this real thing. It's just like we get drawn into this storyline. I've described it as like watching the movie. When we believe that the movie is real, if we're watching a movie in the theater and we forget that we're someone who's separate sitting in the audience, and we actually start to think that the movie is real, we're going to react to it as if it's real, and we're going to get drawn in and feel like we're living the movie. This is kind of what's happening with our body. When we react to the pain, we react to it and we treat it as if it's real. Like, oh God, this is real. I have to attend to it. I'm going to have to go to the doctor. I'm going to have to take some medicine. Oh my God, I have to, we start, again, the power is over here but when we are like, you know what, this is just a temporary state. I'm going to pass through this. I am real. My conscious awareness is what is real, and that is what is going to guide this experience. It's not a forcing or a trying situation. It's just a natural, like, I'm going to guide my body. I'm going to guide it with my language. I'm going to say, you know what, body, I see that I feel that you're sending me pain signals, but we're okay. Everything is okay. Do some breathing. Everything's fine. I'm in a state of homeostasis. And we maintain, again, we don't react to if we're reacting and freaking out and afraid, we can't really do this. We have to maintain the belief that, everything is okay. Everything is okay. We're going to guide with our language. I'm great. This is going to pass in a few minutes. This is passing in a few minutes. And we only say it a couple times. If we're saying it multiple times, this is the thing with affirmations. If we're saying it multiple times, we're not believing, because we're trying to talk ourselves into the belief. We have to command. It's like commanding. It's like when you're running a marathon or you're running and you have to dig deep. You say to yourself once or twice, all right, let's go. We're doing this once or twice. And then you do it. Like, there's not a trying or like repeating or, you're trying too hard if you're doing that. You're not believing. So experiment with this. See what happens. I know this sounded a little bit esoteric today, but it really does work. You can really move into this. I have literally changed my body in so many ways. I've overcome lactose intolerance. I've overcome major injuries, musculoskeletal injuries. If my nose is stuffy, I can literally unstuff it in like a minute just with my own consciousness. I can be like, this is fine. This is just temporary. My nasal passages open up momentarily. But when you say it, you have to actually believe it. You're like, this is what's going to happen. It's almost like you're telling your body, okay, this is what's happening. I feel great. And then what happens is you do. Like, your body's like, okay, cool. Because after all, you were the one in charge in the first place. When you let it kind of run amok, it's going to do its own thing, and then you're going to believe that it has all the power. Kind of like a puppy. If you don't train a puppy, it's going to do its own thing. Just like your body. Your body is a puppy. So I hope this helped. Leave a comment below. I know some people are going to be like, this doesn't work. It's because you don't have the right belief system. You can do this. Your body is part of the matrix. You can totally do this. I do it all the time. Like all the time. I do this. And you get better and better and better at it. And that strengthens your belief. You really are in control. And you can, even on days when, you can get good at this with your emotions too. When you're like, I don't feel well, I'm depressed and sad. And then you're like, wake up. Hello. I'm going to guide this body. I'm taking over body. I'm going to gently guide you into a state of pleasant homeostasis. Emotions, I'm going to gently guide you. I'm the one in control. Conscious awareness, one in control here. Hello. Everything else is going to succumb to me, not the other way around. Power, what I desire as a conscious awareness is going to guide everything else. So you can do this. You have the power. Grab that free training series. If you want to start doing this for real and changing your life, grab that training series. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.